What up? It's your boy, Scallywag Sam. Yo, check this out. Joe Budden fires 2 day ones from his podcast, Rory and Mal, over some disputes of money. And it's ironic and it's super funny as hell. Let me backtrack for a second. Joe Budden originally had the podcast, right? He developed it on his own. He owned it. He did all the money for developing it. And it was called, I'll name this podcast later. He did agree with Rory and Mal, who signed the documents agreeing to change it to the Joe Budden Podcast. That flipped a switch where Joe was basically monetizing it. He was the employer and Rory and Mal were the employees. They didn't realize it at that point. When the fallout of the Spotify deal happened, right? They were nodding and agreeing with Joe saying, we need to know our metrics. We need to know our worth. Little did they know, they didn't even check the documents themselves and really figure out what was the money involved. And now, in retrospect, Rory and Mal are going after it, asking for audits with Joe. And Joe just fired them like his day ones. I know it may seem disloyal, but again, Joe's a businessman. He owned everything. Why should he make them be part of it if they don't know their worth or what they bring to the table or cut the check differently? It's funny as hell because DJ Akademiks has beef a bit with Rory and Mal. Rory and Mal used to roast him that DJ Akademiks lives in the basement. He doesn't own anything. He's not a boss. Ironically, DJ Akademiks owns everything. He owns his YouTube stuff. He owns his Twitch stuff. He has no issues with that, unlike Rory and Mal, who don't own anything. And now, ironically, even further, he can actually slide in as the new co-host for Joe Budden's podcast. Charlamagne called us out 3 years ago. Look up this video where Charlamagne was on Joe Budden's podcast. He literally sat with him, told him that because of Joe's self-destructive tendencies, he's seen it with Def Jam, he's seen it with Shady, he's seen it with Spotify, and also now with this, that he will blow up everything up, and then after that, he will fire everyone or replace Rory with DJ Akademiks. He literally said it in his face, and it could all come true. This is the funniest thing of all. People are all laughing at this. Charlamagne, Andrew Schultz, they're all laughing because they can take the top spot as a podcast. Joe's going to fall off. And you know what? DJ Akademiks could reunite with Joe Budden because he knows how to navigate his personality. He's seen it on Everyday Struggle. He's seen it on the Complex, right? But the difference is that DJ Akademiks knows this, and he always plays that younger generation, live in the basement versus Joe the old head. Would you want them to reunite? This is the perfect timing. I couldn't think any better. Let me know below. What do you think of the whole mess? Do you think it's disloyal to fire day ones, or it's all business? Again, comment below. As always, like, subscribe. Until the next one, it's your boy, Scallywag Sam.